There we go. Hey, Sohail, nice to see you again.
Hi, Akash. Coming to you live from the India office here.
That's right. That's right. We're coming to you from all parts of the world, and I'm here in Chicago, so nothing too exotic about my locale. Well, great. Well, we're here today to talk about the Chief Martech report that came out on May 7th. It's a big report, 104 pages. And we're going to go through some highlights and some key observations, and then we'll share the actual report with people with this post. But anyway, yeah. So initial observations. I mean, wow, this space is continues to blow up. I think it was like a 46% CAGR, 14,000 new products, MarTech products that are out there, about 3,500 in the ChatGPT store, which is incredible considering that just opened up. It's a very complex space, and I think that really this report is an important one. It's a lot to digest, but as much as you can digest, it's actually really important for all of us to be taking a look at our MarTech stack. How are we using it? Where does it make an impact? Who are the end benefits? What are the end benefits? And so I know, Sohail, you had a few thoughts about this, right?
Sure, I think it's really interesting that as the space continues to grow and there's more and more applications that one can add to one's stack, looking at the stack, rationalizing it logically makes a lot of sense. But one of the things the report points out is that companies may or may not be that great at doing it themselves. And the reason for this is that companies that are sort of laggards in their space tend to overestimate their capabilities, and companies that are leaders in their spaces tend to actually underestimate their capabilities.
Yeah.
And so it actually makes sense to have a unbiased third party look at your stack and make sure that it's delivering the business value that you're hoping for in a structured manner. And one of the other things that's really interesting is just some of the differences that you can see in the report between how different industries are performing. And I know that the consumer product space is one that you're familiar with. So what's your take on that?
Yeah, it was great. I love that they break down each vertical. It really helps get closer to the vertical you're on. I mean, I think in consumer products, it was actually a pretty good assessment of consumer products because it talked about how consumer product space is really advanced in advertising, but not as advanced in spaces like CRM and CMS. And so it was really interesting because those are the big two of the behemoths of the industry, of the MarTech industry, CMS and CRM. And I think it's just been limited within retail and consumer space in terms of being able to advance in those spaces. However, they paint a pretty good picture because a lot of no-code products are coming out, a lot of long tail products are coming out. So there could be some point solutions and no-code solutions that could be implemented to really help companies advance in these spaces. So I'm still bullish. I think that consumer products can catch up in those spaces. But to your point, it's important to have an objective opinion about this. And I mean, I know that with healthcare, you have a really good lens on healthcare. What did you think of the healthcare dissection that they had?
Yeah, I like the fact that they broke it up by industry as well. And I thought it was really interesting to see that in the healthcare space, they pointed out e-commerce platforms and carts. They pointed out CRM, they pointed out CDPs, and they pointed out capabilities that really help you outperform. And what I noticed was that when you're really good at these capabilities, that tends to correlate, in my experience, with strong direct-to-consumer capability. So when I was with a major payer, where they were really strong is when they had a strong direct-to-consumer play that actually helped them to lower their cost of acquisition across their channels and drove better financial performance. So what I saw in the real world matched what I'm seeing in this report. And that gives me hope that I think that doing this right can deliver business value for companies in the healthcare space.
Yeah, that's great. I totally agree. Well, good. Well, great report. I hope everybody gets to check it out. State of MarTech 2024. We'll put the link in the not the show notes. We're not that fancy, but we'll put the link in the post and we'll go from there. Thanks, Sohail. It was great to see you again.
Sounds good. You too, Akash. Take care.